Okay, so I think my other microphone died, or it was having annoying issues. So we're going with my good microphone, but yeah, I mean, it seems like streaming outside of this room is a bad idea. You know, small issues with some damaged electronics, just small issues that add up. It'll be a short stream, I think, today, but we'll see. I have been doing some stuff off stream. I kind of wanted this to be the other route. I assume it's the CL route, but I haven't really went far enough, and I'm not sure. There's routes that are still locked for me. I don't know if they're just hard to do or what, but I'll work on that later. But yeah, that's gonna be the CL route. But I've also been doing other stuff with my with the timeline. But yeah, we're gonna go right into this, and then I'll show you the timeline. There were a few somewhat major things, but it's just exposition, I suppose. Just like some really big background details. Like if you talk to CL more, Shiki talks more about himself in the school setting, really early in the game. At least that's what I've seen so far. Okay, soft rays of sunlight stir me from sleep. My eyes are closed, but I sense the serenity surrounding me through my skin. The air is cool, but gentle. It feels like it's going to be a beautiful, sunny day. Time for me to wake up and actually act like a student. I'd all but forgotten about school. What was everything that happened these past 2 days? Yeah. I open my eyes. I find myself in bed, my glasses neatly placed next to my pillow. By force of habit, I put on my glasses before looking around. The sunlight streaming in through the window is so vivid I can almost hear the rays sparkle. I take a deep breath, filling my lungs with fresh air. That's right, it's Sunday. No school today. I hear the hands of a clock ticking, offering a rhythm to the chirping of the birds outside. I'm back. I don't think I've ever been more grateful to be met with such an ordinary morning. Isn't he, like, horribly injured? Or maybe Arcueid can heal him? I don't know. I don't think we have, like, really any information about what's going on. Thank God. I'm not just grateful to have survived the night or to have disposed of that vampire. After that gruesome experience, I'm just happy to be able to wake to something that resembles normality. This morning feels like happiness itself. For an insignificant human like me, there's no greater reward than... Well, of course she's in the room. The sudden greeting startles me into an upright position. I look over to find Hisui standing at attention in front of the door. Yeah. That caught me off guard. My heart is pounding like crazy. What brings you here? Isn't it because you've been gone for several days? Or, you know, only 2 days. Akiha these past 2 days, explanation. Though I hear the words, it's as if they've lost all meaning. I spend about 10 seconds pondering them, resisting the temptation to abandon rational thought entirely. No matter how hard I try to think of one, I simply have no excuse for the past 2 days. I skipped school, I broke curfew, and I basically went AWOL on Akiha. You did not basically go AWOL. You were literally AWOL. You were literally... Who knows where? Could have been dead. Assuming he was dead would have made sense. And there really was nothing stopping him from... I mean, even assuming he didn't have his cell phone, he still could have called her at any time. Or even visited the house, really. Like, the idea of him visiting the house never even came up in the dialogue for a second. It was kind of weird. I was really surprised that it never popped up. But they didn't want to... I don't know why. I mean, I suppose he had chosen the decision to work with Arcueid, so it was like, well, I better just do this, and then that'd solve everything, I guess. She was already pretty mad when I didn't make it back before dark. I dread to imagine the fury I'll face this time. Hisui sounds coldly unconcerned with my plight. If I had known things would turn out like this, I'd have done everything to get back, even if it meant crawling back. Wait, crawling back? How did I come back last night? Finally remembering that. You returned. Oh, right. Wait, did Arcueid even know where we lived? So did she, like, I mean, presumably she just dropped us off, but... I guess we'll see. I stare at her, slack-jawed. Staying out late without a word, falling asleep on the doorstep. I sound like some stereotypical drunk who missed the last train. I mean, what about all the battle damage, you know? Even if somehow Arcueid healed him, it's not like she healed his clothes, right? Does he think I'm a cat or something? Actually, at this point, this was just the second time that he came back with bloody clothes. So it's not even that weird, honestly. Oh, bloody clothes again. Don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure it's because... So we've seen the backstory of him having killed somebody or something. And Akihiko was there. So maybe they just know he's... sometimes feels like killing someone. Maybe, I guess. And they're like, well, he's my brother, so I have to believe in him. Or I have to protect him anyway. like it's not even about believing, it's just like, no, we know that you killed people, we're just, you know, we gotta deal with it, I guess. My thoughts go back to Arcueid, though I guess I should be thankful she at least carried me to the front door. Either way, I have a better grasp of the situation now. Stay calm. Her answer is simple and to the point. My standing in the Tono household must have hit rock bottom. Akiha is the head of the family, so it comes as zero surprise that I've got no allies. At any rate, I should get up. I won't get anything done by staying in bed. Yeah, what about your broken limbs? Ow, my broken limbs. The second I stand up, my legs feel like they might explode. Like, I guess he's just... Wait, okay, so he's just sore? I guess? Of course, if there's anything I should be surprised about, it's the fact that I lived to see another morning. It's a wonder I survived, considering all the reckless stuff I did. Oh, they didn't know how... I guess all they did was just pick him up and then put him in bed. They didn't notice how hurt he was. It's true, my forehead is drenched in sweat. It only took one step for my body to become feverish with pain. What a weird thing. I just twisted my ankle. It'll heal up in no time. I can tell from her eyes that Hisui doesn't believe me, but her position prevents her from calling out my obvious lie. I feel bad, but she'll just have to accept it for now. Hisui bows deeply and leaves the room. Moving as little as possible, I change out of my pajamas. What a way to start my first day off at the mansion in 7 years. Oh, my first day off. Okay. I was like, what? Also, like, so when we saw him kill that person in the flashback, I'm a little confused. Like, it could have easily been on the property, but based on what we've been told, like, I guess he killed them off the property, but he convinced Akiha to come with him? And Hisui covered for them both? And they almost both died, maybe? Something like that. That's my guess. The wound on my left leg makes me want to scream with every step. The rest of my body feels heavy too, but that's just due to muscle soreness. Nothing too severe. I'm very confused. Like, I really want to reread what happened the previous night. Because, like, what? Like, after everything that happened, he's like, just sore. Like, really? That's it? Okay. I only checked by running my fingers across my skin, but it seems the cuts I got when Vlov's ice slashed my face and shoulders have healed as well. Yeah, okay, Arcueid's work, given how I can't find the slightest trace that the wounds were there. She did say she was going to heal me up. Right. So she did heal them up. We just don't know how. A walking stick? Or like a rod? Okay. It's your father's. Okay. I almost laugh at her earnestness until I realize her breathing is slightly elevated. She must have run there and back for me in the short time I was changing. Grasping the cane, I shift the weight shift the weight being supported by my left leg to my arm. I should have no problem walking now. I thank Hisui again for her thoughtfulness, and together we make our way to the lobby. I bet he's not thinking about his excuse right now, because he does not seem like the type of person who, on his way to a problem, thinks of solutions, apparently. Doesn't take long to arrive. I'll leave the cane next to the door, okay. On the other side of this door is the head of the Tono household, my younger sister by 1 year. She's waiting to hear her pitiful brother's equally pitiful excuses. I can't even imagine what terrible fate awaits me inside. But now isn't the time to be whining. I brought this on myself, regardless of the circumstances. I skipped a day of school and didn't come home for 2 whole days. It's only natural that Akiha would want an explanation. I should... just tell her the truth. If she believes in vampires, which who knows, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is a magical family. I'm just not really sure to what extent. Especially since he like never got magic training when he was a kid. And he hadn't mentioned any indication that they're a magic family. But maybe he just somehow didn't know, I guess. But I don't see any downside to telling her the truth. You know, oh, she won't believe me, but like, you know, that's her problem. I should just tell her the truth. I don't want to lie to Akiha, and some half-hearted attempt to dodge the question isn't going to work on her anyway. If I speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth down to the tiniest details, I'm sure Akiha will understand about the vampire stuff. I may be desperate, but I'm not crazy. Well, I can't wait for him to straightforwardly explain about the whole vampire situation. If I'm going to survive this, I'll have to be brave. Breathe deep and open the door to the parlor. I sit down across from Akiha and counter her angry stare. With a smile so bright you'd need SPF 50 to block it. My heel is still hurting something fierce, but I grin my way through. You're like, you're bleeding! No, I don't know. They're like looking really shocked right now. Maybe it's because he's smiling so much? I don't know. I express my gratitude to Hisui, who's standing against the wall. I didn't realize my decision to be honest would also make me this genial with my morning greetings. I'll have to remember that. Okay.
随分とご機嫌のようですね。てっきりここ数日の素行の悪さを反省し、萎縮していらっしゃると思ったのですが。
You don't even know what my recent actions are. What the fuck are you talking about?
もちろん反省はしている。自覚があるからね。
I know what I did wrong. I shouldn't have killed that lady. Darn it.
けどそれと上機嫌なのは別の話。単に朝から秋葉の顔を見られて嬉しいだけだよ。
Akiha still has a statue. This is interesting. So I assume the other two would have been very boring by comparison choices. This is like, he's all smiles. Crap, did I make her angry? I guess there is such a thing as being too honest. I'll have to remember that too. Better not be too honest.
何でもないわ、翡翠。ですが、今のはいい声かけでした。
Akiha coughs lightly and manages to regain her usual demeanor. You know, so I would like to mention, if he wanted to say most of the truths, he could just say, I ran into this girl and I ended up inconveniencing her, so I had to help her for 2 days. That's true. That's the truth.
兄さん、言っておきますが、そんな気持ちのこもった言葉では
You
ごまかされ
can't
ません。
fool me with the truth.
こもってるんだ。
こもっていない言葉ではごまかされません。私が聞きたいのは、ここ2日間どこで何をなさっていたのかという報告です。
それなんだけど、秋葉。
ええ。どんな言い訳をしてくださるのかしら、兄さん。
話すと長いから簡潔に説明する。
I'll try to keep it short. Okay.
俺はこの2日間、吸血鬼を退治していたんだ。宗谷で連続殺人が起きているのは知ってるだろう。その犯人が吸血鬼だったんだけど、偶然知り合ったいい吸血鬼に助けられてさ。
Our side. Humanity's side, of course.
そのままなし崩しでそいつに協力して、悪い吸血鬼と戦ったんだよ。
I mean, once he starts saying, like, she's on our side, and I fought the evil vampire, that's where it starts being like, this kind of sounds like a made-up story when you're like, they were the good guys, and they were the bad guys, but I beat the bad guys, and saved the day, and saved the town, you know? Like, Yep. Akiha is perfectly frozen in place. An understandable reaction. I can already imagine how this will go a few seconds from now. Well, my concern is that in a few days, when things start adding up a little bit, I'm wondering what she's going to say about that. You know, it's like, wait a second, you did tell the truth. You know, even if she doesn't believe me now, this helps in the future. I can already hear her yelling at me. But how else can I describe what's been happening? Though it's unfortunate, I can't expect her to swallow such a wild story. I'm sure she'll accuse me of making up ridiculous excuses. Or maybe it would be interesting if she already knows actually. Like, actually, that adds up, because there was a vampire attack outside of our state, or something. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. They act so oblivious, it's weird. You know, when the vampire attacked right outside their walls, they were like, what? There wasn't a noise at night. And it's like, what? We know that there was an attack right outside. And we know those dogs were barking, but what? Why didn't they hear the dogs? We don't know. Oh, you were closer to the dogs? I don't know. Like, you know, it's just so weird. Is she not going to say something? She certainly looks angry enough, so what's the silence? She's like, I can't believe you would give me such a bad excuse. Maybe. 兄さん、今のはタチの悪い冗談ですか? Of course. Akiha's cold, silent gaze pierces right through me.
いや、 冗談じゃなくて。
No joke.
冗談でしょ。
まあそう取られても仕方がないけど。
Well, you know, you told her the truth, and there's nothing else you can say, so.
結構です。ですが今後は冗談だとしてもそのような妄言は口にしないでください。どこに親族の聞き耳があるとも限りません。当の式は遠野家の長男にはふさわしくないという風説なんて私は聞きたくありませんので。
That's a weird thing to say. I don't think anybody would say that I'm fit to be the eldest son right now. Like, you know? Like, at this point? What? Who's saying that I am fit to be the Tono family's eldest son? Akiha is definitely angry. She doesn't seem to have lost faith in me. Okay. Her gaze may be cold as ice, but she's actually being considerate of my position. I'm pretty sure she's genuinely concerned in her own rigid way.
ごめん、今のは忘れてくれ。俺も悪ふざけが過ぎた。
いいでしょう。この件に関してこれ以上の追及はいたしません。
And then she's like, okay, I will ignore. Yeah, like, so she's just not gonna ask for an actual explanation? Okay.
私にも落ち度がありますから。
落ち度なんてそんなの秋葉にないだろ。
携帯電話を取り上げたのは私です。
Uh-huh. I thought that might come up, but this...
あれがあればズボラな兄さんでも連絡ぐらいはしたのではありませんか。
I mean, he still could have called you without his cell phone, but okay. Looks like she doesn't know that my phone was secretly returned to me quite some time ago.
ですがそれも今回だけです。今後はこのようなことは控えてください。兄さんは遠野家の唯一の男性なんですから、もう少しご自分の立場を理解していただかないと困ります。
Alrighty then.
良くない外文が広まってしまったら遠野家の今後の人付き合いにも影響がありますし。
Our standing, does she mean between me and other dignified
い
families?
やー、それこそ問題ないだろう。俺が何しようと興味も持たないってあっちの方々は。だいたい遠野の跡取りは秋葉なんだから、家のことを思うなら俺をよそに出すなり、遠野の家にふさわしい婿養子でも見つければいいのに。
I'm vaguely... I don't know if this is true, but I'm almost vaguely thinking... I don't know if this is a real plot point, but I almost feel like one of the plot points might be that she wants to marry Shiki. But that seems unlikely. Like, very unlikely. I met with silence once more. I wonder what might have caused it this time. I mean, I would have assumed that she's gonna marry the bandaged guy that we saw way early on. Still, I vaguely in the back of my mind am remembering she, like, if I marry Shiki, that solves all the problems type of thing. Weirdly.
どうした？気分でも悪いのか、秋葉。
結構です。私を気遣う余裕があるのでしたらご自分の体調を気にしてください。慢性的な貧血持ちなんですから兄さん。
She's right. She's right. I do collapse frequently due to my anemia.
ともかくあまりお一人で屋敷を出ないでください。そうでなくとも近頃の町は物騒なんです。兄さんみたいにぼーっとしている人は通り魔に襲ってくださいと言っているようなものなんですから。
それなら大丈夫。あんな事件二度と起きないよ。
Uh-huh. Her town had been beset by a serial killer called a modern-day vampire in the news. The killer lurked in the darkness, striking terror into the hearts of men. No suspects had been found. But all of that is in the past now. Nani?
吸血鬼はいないってことだよ。その犯人はもう捕まったんだ。
そうなんですか。それは良い知らせですが、兄さんよくそんなことを知っていますね。
ああ、たまたま逮捕現場に居合わせたというか。
Saying those words makes me smile wryly. I was there when he was arrested. It's technically the truth, one born of an incredible series of coincidences. So much happened during these 2 days I spent with Arcueid. Thinking back on it, it still feels like a dream, but at any rate, the monster that made its nest in this town is gone. I can't deny being somewhat proud of my involvement.
兄さん、どうしたんです？急に嬉しそうな顔をして。
別に何でもない。ただ終わったんだなってようやく実感できた。
The weight lifted from my chest as I say these words puts a smile on my face. Ultimately, it seems that Akiha has accepted my explanation. I thank her as I stand up. Everybody's like just all shocked at me, and I'm just like, problem solved. And it's like, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
いや、安心したらお腹が減ってきた。朝食をもらってきてもいい？
私に許可を求める必要はありません。朝食まで管理する気はありませんから、ご自由にとってください。琥珀なら厨房で朝食の支度をしているでしょうし。
サンキュー。じゃあ遠慮なく。
Yeah, why is he suddenly just completely in control of the situation? Whereas, like, Akiha was, like, in control completely before this, and now she's just, like, going with whatever he says. Like, very odd. I make for the door. Ouch, my left leg really is
お
killing
待
me.
ちなさい、兄さん。先ほどから気になっていましたが、今のではっきりしました。
Only the
足を
leg.
怪我していますね。
あ、いや、これは捻挫というか、筋を違えたというか、とにかく大した怪我じゃないんで気にしないでくれ。
そうですか。大したことはないと。
Akiha walks toward me briskly. She looks me in the eye, and without warning,
えい。
she stepped right on the most swollen part of my left foot, like she knew exactly where it's hurt.
あらびっくり。兄さんのポーカーフェイスも直接的な痛みには脆いのですね。
そりゃ弱いよ。っていうか俺の方がびっくりだよ。お前分かっててやっただろ。
誤解ですわ。大した怪我ではないという兄さんの言を信じて精一杯の勇気で試してみただけですもの。
Akiha flashes a graceful, oh so wicked smile. This is clearly payback for me not telling her everything, but you did tell her everything, so I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like this is only here because the other two options have you not telling the truth. Akiha returns to the couch and elegantly lifts her teacup to her lips as though nothing happened. She seems to be in a fantastic mood
さ
now.
て、確かに大した怪我ではなかったけど、放っておくのも良くないわね。
Okay, it's just weird that she's like, your injury is not serious. It's like, how do you know that it's not serious?
兄さん、課長として命じます。朝食が済み次第診察を受けるように。怪我の理由はともかく、大げさに痛がられるのは迷惑ですから。
そりゃ診察は受けたいけど、怪我の理由聞かなくていいのか？
興味ありません。どうせくだらない理由でしょうから。だいたい聞いたところで私には内緒なんでしょ、兄さんは。
Akiha answers curtly, the very picture of authority.
外傷のない捻挫なら琥珀でも対応できます。ああ、そっか。今朝は荒木先生もいましたね。
Oh well, okay. So I don't know where, but I actually ran into a picture of this doctor. Oh, no, maybe I did run into the doctor. Once. And only once. Maybe.
あの人はもともと外科の医師です。内科の琥珀と外科の荒木先生。
Kohaku is specialized in internal medicine. I don't even know what internal medicine is compared to surgery.
お好きな方を選んでください。
Huh, this is a little unexpected. I don't know what internal medicine even is. I kind of just want to go with Arak just because she's more interesting. I mean, I like Kohaku, but she kind of just feels like an anime character, just like, I'm always happy, and it's like, okay, that's weird, but okay. I'll have Professor Arak examine me. I mean, Arak is also very anime, but I feel like she's just drunk a lot or something. She might be a bit of an enigma, but I guess she's a real doctor. She's even got the white coat and everything.
わかりました。アラク先生には私から伝えておきますので、あとは自室で待機していてください。アラク先生は予想のつかない方ですが、医師としての腕は確かです。ここで暮らすのなら頻繁に会う人ですし、これを機に親睦を深めてください。
Akiha speaks dispassionately, perfectly concise and to the point. Now then, I'll grab breakfast and have my leg looked at afterwards. Back in my room, I decide to read a book to kill some time. Around 10, I spot someone in white leisurely swaggering down the hall through my window. You can see... Oh, right. Okay, because you can see... Right, through the window to the other part of the house, right. I close my book in preparation for what's coming. Sure enough. I really forgot that I even met this character, because, like, she just doesn't feel like a character. I was like, what? Wait, I met her in-game? But, yeah, it was just a one time, to be fair, and then we met Arcueid very soon after, so... I guess that's why I had felt like I saw her a long time ago or something. Yep. So you heard how she said that. Without even bothering to knock, the drunkard barges into my room, clasping a flashy bag in one hand. I severely regret not choosing Kohaku.
すみません。どうも頼む人を間違えたみたいなんで、帰ってもらっていいですか?
I mean, I knew she was going to do this, but whatever.
ああ、嘘嘘。限りなく本気だけど冗談よ。外来の診察なんて久しぶりだから、患者さんとの距離感つかめなくて、フランクな挨拶の方がいいかなって気を使ってみたのよ。
She chatters away as she approaches my bed, exaggeratedly swaying her chest and hips with all the subtlety of a runway model. Yet oddly, her footsteps make no sound, almost like a ninja. Okay. I noticed before that she normally clicks her heels as loudly as possible with every step. Did that mean she's actually taking this examination seriously?
はーい、それじゃあ看護出してね。すぐ出してね。どうせなら裸になってね。お姉さん、溢れる興味を1秒も抑えられないから、もたもたしてると食べちゃうぞ。
酒飲んでませんよね。
Sake.
飲んでませんわよ。私、常時シラフだもん。アルコールなんて摂取するぐらいならチョコ飲むわよ。チョコ。
Guzzle chocolate. Okay. It's true that she doesn't smell like booze, but that would mean she's naturally like this.
素直に見せてくれたわね。でも裾をまくし上げるだけ？パンツは？パンツ一丁にならないの？男の裸が綺麗な時期なんてせいぜい25までなんだから、今のうちに露出液つけておかないともったいないわよ。
いいから早く見てください、博士。俺にも我慢の限度があります。
博士って言った？ねえ、今博士って言った？やっぱそう見える？私。
まあ白衣着ていますし、 なんというか、ほら。
She looks exactly how I'd imagine a mad scientist to look.
ラブイ古代ママリニュラブイ。よし、ちょっと本気出すか。
Professor Rock crouches down and starts palpating my leg. Palpating? It feels kind of weird. Rather than just running her fingers across my skin, she sends little taps resonating through my leg, though it doesn't hurt in the slightest. I mean, little taps as in with a hammer or with her finger? It's almost like a submarine using sonar to guide itself.
やったー。骨にひび入ってるわよ。しきちゃんは痛いの大好きな子だったのね。だってこんなの普通は我慢できないし。
Oh, so that's what it was. I'm actually kind of glad it's just a fracture. I wouldn't have been surprised if she'd told me it was straight up broken in places.
でも変な話ね。ここに亀裂があるってことはこの辺り降りてないとおかしいんだけど。雨村にかかる私。
Okay.
あんた何した今。
ちょっとした衝撃よ。でもこれ開く必要ないわね。固定しとけば明日には治ってるわ。あら、つまんない。
Keep it in place and you'll be fine by tomorrow. What a snooze fest. Like, it's a fracture. And she's saying you'll be fine by tomorrow. Now, to be fair, there's vampire healing happening right now, probably. So, like, that does make sense. But from her perspective, she should be suspicious of vampire healing, so I'm a little confused here. Professor Arak stretches her head disappointingly and removes some medical equipment from her bag. She puts on a brand new latex glove. Wait, she puts on a pair of brand new latex gloves and prepares a syringe.
一応痛み止め言っとくわね。必要ないんだけど、トシちゃんから念入りにって頼まれちゃったし。
Professor Rock presses the needle into my left leg with one fluid motion. Once that's done, she finishes by taping my heel and bandaging my leg to keep them in place. She's actually really good at this. I'd wager she's on par with the old man who used to take care of me when I lived with the Arimas. If only she could keep her mouth shut, she might be a great doctor.
ありがとうございます。おかげで助かりました。
Thank you, I feel a lot better.
いいのいいの。私所詮無面かつ専門外だし、本職は科学者だし。
Figured.
博士って呼んでくれたし。
She seems pretty happy about the professor thing. Judging by her reaction, I bet Akiha has never once called her that.
けどしきちゃん、ずいぶんと体に無茶させたみたいね。人体の運動性、その限界に挑んだ感じ？
I'm surprised that she could notice that. But she's using magic, clearly. Considering they just told us she tapped on his leg and we're like, yep, that's fractured. Like, that's not normal.
私、そういう無茶苦茶なの大好きだから医者として止めないけど。
I'm totally into that. She's totally into pushing your body to the edge of what's humanly possible. Okay. All right.
おや、医者は本職じゃないんでしょ。
Yeah, you're not a doctor. You're like, ooh, at a doctor. And it's like, you literally just told me you're unlicensed and therefore not a doctor. So what's going on here?
おとなしそうに見えて根は冷血みたいな。体だけじゃなく精神もハイブリッドなの。っていうか、あなた自分の体についてどこまで理解してるの？
Nothing at all.
貧血持ちのことですか？
そっちじゃなくて筋肉と骨格のこと。エンジンとフレームでもいいわ。触れた感じ、君珍しい体してたから。 筋肉には瞬発力重視の側筋と持久力重視の遅筋があるわけだけど、しきちゃんは側筋メイン。それはいいんだけど、なんていうか軽いのよね。骨格じゃなくて骨そのものが軽いというか、なんか生まれつき自重をごまかしてふわふわ浮く不
You're
思議。
literally a cheetah, man. Or something.
何ですかそれ。骨が軽いって鳥ですか。
Yeah.
これは
Yeah.
あ、そう、そんな感じ。こんなん自然には生まれないわよ。よっぽど配合に凝ったのね。しきちゃんはまさにサラブレッド。たった10秒走るためだけに生まれてきた。兄弟なのにトーシちゃんとは正反対。
So she's built for endurance and is durable, I guess. That does sound like some sort of breeding type of thing where it's like, you know, again, the family was like, okay, we're going to make somebody super fast but zero endurance, and somebody who doesn't hit hard but has a lot of endurance, and then we'll see which one's the best one type of thing is what it feels like.
秋葉と正反対なんですか。
遠野家の子はみんな優秀かつオールドな遺伝子の配合。異種配合の賜物だけど、トーシちゃんはちょっと例外というか特例つうか奇跡。
Wait, okay, now what? Now I'm even more confused. So everyone in the Toto family has got first-rate old DNA. I don't know what that means. Just first-rate DNA. Results of fancy genetic combinations? Like what? The boss is different though? A miracle?
先祖返り。まあ覚醒遺伝ね。配合を始める前の純粋なパターンを持っている。
I don't know why that would be special. I mean, even if she has genes from 2,000 years ago, that doesn't particularly seem special. Unless that can, like, allow her to use magic. If anything, that would mean that she has very manipulated DNA, while Shiki is the person who has had his DNA manipulated the most. Something like that.
先祖返り。まあ覚醒遺伝ね。配合を始める前の純粋な。そうね。あなたが10年に1人の才能なら、あの子は10年、100年、1000年。さて、何年に1人の逸材だと思う？
Well, now I'm even more confused. I thought you were saying that Shiki was a unique one, but now you're saying that she's actually literally once in a millennium or something. Like, what? What's that even mean? What the fuck does that even mean, you know? And also it's weird to say that Shiki would be somebody that would appear once in 10 years. This guy who can move and cut something in 17 different places in less than a second. What? The corners of Professor Rock's lips curl as she poses me the question. I guess Akiha is the kind of person that only appears millennium.
なんて全部見当違いの話で。
I mean, you're the one that was saying it like that.
人的才能と比べることさえおこがましい。
I don't even know what artificial talent is.
トーシちゃんは万年に一人の怪物だもん。
Okay. I have no idea because I have not heard anything about Akiha ever being that great of a fighter. So that's weird. What's that mean? Like, because that would like almost imply that she's trying to say that she's like a demigod level type person or something. I don't know. Professor Rock laughs like she's having a great time. Without thinking, I ball my hand into fists.
あら、妹を けなされて怒っちゃった？
Is she saying mean
私としては
things?
最上級の愛情を込めたつもりだったんだけど。
Or maybe because she called her a monster? I mean, she literally just, like, talked up about how amazing her genes are and that she's, like, literally once in 10,000 years type of thing. And yet somehow she was being mean. I mean, she did say call her a monster, but come on, like, really? You got hung up on one word?
そうですか。だとしても今の言い方はやめてください。
I don't want her calling Akiha a monster. Now that I know vampires, real monsters exist, I can't stomach that word being used to describe a human being. That goes double when it comes to Akiha.
地雷踏んじゃった。キャー、私怖い。怖いからおいとめしちゃう。
Rock runs for the door, her heels clicking. I don't say anything to stop her. Yet the woman stops in front of the door, turning around with a sly smile on her face.
でもちょっと博士として忠告しちゃう。もしこの先もそういう怪我をする予定があるなら相談に乗ってあげる。チキちゃん、体がなまりまくってるみたいだし。どう？7年間の檻取ってみたくない？
I guess this is for the final boss fight
でも
later.
痛いことになるんだけど。
Whatever that would be. Maybe. I don't understand what she's getting at, but the idea of accepting her help makes me feel queasy.
慎んで辞退します。もうこんなことは起きませんし。
ええ、そうなるといいわね。じゃあね、じゃあお。私はいつでも待ってるわよ。
Professor Rock blows me a kiss and leaves the room. That was certainly something. Now that I can move around again, I should figure out how I want to spend the rest of my day. Odd. Just a weird sequence of events, and Inaki has some sort of what do they call it? Ubermensch, I think. Just superhuman or whatever. It's already afternoon by the time I've finished my lunch. After my examination this morning, walking doesn't really hurt anymore. I won't be able to go all that far, but where should I spend the afternoon? We're gonna go into town. Let's try it. I'll walk towards the station. I'm a little worried about going down the hill with my leg like this, but I can just turn back if it hurts too much.
少し出てくる。
Wait, so I am allowed to leave? I was told before that I'm not allowed to leave. What the fuck?
四季様、お帰りは何時頃でしょうか？
心配はいらないよ。今日はちゃんと夕方までには。
I'll be back before dark, okay?
かしこまりました。
Sheesh.
それでは行ってらっしゃいませ。
I'm surprised that was enough to... Like, you'd think... I thought that they were saying, like, we're gonna keep a closer eye on you. See ya, have a nice day. Like, what? Hisui bows deeply. Embarrassed at the formality of it all, I take my leave. Before I know it, my feet have carried me to the station's north exit. Not even a full day has passed since last night's events. The area is surrounded by do not enter signs and an abundance of security personnel. It feels weirdly excessive, with one guard stationed every 5 meters or so. Even a cat could have trouble sneaking in. The fire from yesterday is being reported as starting from an underground gas explosion. At least 20 people dead, over 50 injured. And that doesn't include the police who were on the scene. The public will never know about the brave officers who were burned alive by the vampire. Which is weird. Like, why wouldn't they say how many police officers died? Like, what, that's going to cause a panic? Like, what? Meanwhile, in the United States, probably the first thing they're going to mention is how many police died. Because, you know, that's Pretty big deal. I realize something feels off. The collapsed area is neatly roped off to prevent anyone from entering, but no one is entering at all, not even the officials you'd expect to be on site. I thought it would be crawling with investigators and construction workers.
というか、そもそも
There's barely a police presence. The area is being guarded by private security force, and as a result, there's barely a single officer in the area. The police must not have the manpower after all that's happened. No shit. You do know that police officers, there'd be like less than 100 police officers in a city like this. And like probably like 20 of them died in last night, at least. I head back to the area in front of the station. Once I'm there, I found a bench to sit down and start watching the people pass by me. I'm not sure how much time I spend staring into the hustle and bustle, but suddenly, there she is, which is what I was expecting. I stand up thinking I've seen her, only to realize that I'm mistaken. I was expecting to run into her, though.
なんだそれ
Even if it had been her, I wouldn't have had a reason to approach her. Now that her target, Vlav, is gone, Arcueid has no reason to remain in Soya. I'm such an idiot. What is it that drove me to waste time in town in the first place?
だよな。もともとそういう関係だし、もうあんな無茶をしなくていいかと思うと、せいぜい
She's totally gonna be right there. I stopped myself short. There's no point in telling myself a lie. This is unconvincing. I mean, things may have calmed down since we parted, but that doesn't mean it feels great. Even now, I'm haunted by these feelings. Regret for the things I did and for the things I couldn't do. Though she brought me nothing but trouble, our time together was, well, it was fun.
バカか、俺は。
She almost got me killed. Why can't I get her out of my head? The injuries from last night still scar my legs. Remember how Vlav nearly killed you? Shiki Tono shouldn't want to go through something like that ever again.
もうすぐ夕方だ。屋敷に戻ろう。
She's already almost sunset? It's been like 5 hours or something? I shake my head to cool down and leave both the city and my visions of Arcueid behind me. Okay, very slow transition. My afternoon wasn't all that eventful in the end. After absent-mindedly wasting some time in my room, it didn't take long for dinner time to come around.
呆れた。いい加減忘れろよ、俺。
I forced myself to stop thinking of the blonde woman inhabiting the back of my mind. They say the sun sets quickly in autumn, but even so, it felt abnormally fast today. I must have lost all sense of time while thinking about this stupid stuff. Akiha seated in the dining room with Kohaku at attention behind her, while Hisui has taken her position behind me. Kohaku has prepared a full-course meal with Wagyu beef as the entree. I don't know if it's because of Tono family manners, but Akiha is passing the dinner in silence with a dignified look on her face. Akiha returned to the mansion about an hour ago. Apparently some unexpected problems arose, and she had to dedicate most of her day to dealing with them.
翡翠、念のため聞いておくけど、うちの夕食って死後現金だったっけ？
I keep my voice to a soft whisper so that Akiha doesn't hear.
いいえ、親族の皆様間での談話は自由に行われておりました。
じゃあ、アキハが黙っているのは単に機嫌が悪いだけ。
Banned. Band. Okay, so Akiha's just quiet because she's in a bad mood.
申し訳ありません。私には分かりかねます。あくまで憶測ですが、秋葉様はお疲れなのではないでしょうか。
そっか、そりゃそうだよな。いつも不機嫌だけど今は特にご機嫌斜めだし、ほんとご苦労様だこと。
A nod in sympathy. I should probably give her some space to relax, since her Sunday was ruined by extenuating circumstances, and I know better than to try to throw out a random topic. Yep, it's best to let sleeping Akiha's lie.
聞こえていましたよ、兄さん。別に午後の視察で疲れているわけではありません。食事は静粛にが。
We were literally just told the complete opposite. We were told the absolute opposite already, Akiha. What are you talking about? She glares at me sharply. I'm not surprised that she saw me talk to Hisui, but the fact that she actually overheard what we talked about is terrifying. Just how good is her hearing?
もっとも、それも過去の話ですが。どうしても話がある。今日一日の出来事を語り合いたい。というのであれば、その限りではありません。
I suppose such formalities are a thing of the past? I don't know. Okay, whatever. Just contradicting information, whatever. She's just being cheeky, I guess. Nodding in acknowledgement, I resume eating. Since I had a small breakfast and lunch, I had worked up a reasonable appetite for dinner. Well, that's not typical for him, but okay. But tonight's meal is difficult to look at. Yeah, the meat, from the beef tenderloin and the foie gras to the deep crimson sauce, all the dishes remind me of what happened up till last night. A sudden murder, an impossible reunion, an equally impossible monster. And just as death had closed its grip around me, I also touched death myself. Not to mention there was the long-anticipated farewell once we defeated the vampire. I'm pathetic. I've had the whole day to wallow and I'm still not over it. I'm not over this whole crazy vampire bullshit. Come on, I'm being stupid.
それで、私の仕事ぶりをいたわってくれた兄さんは、午後の休みをどのように過ごされたのです？
ああ、俺のことか。午後は散歩に出て、部屋に戻ってからはずっとベッドで横になってた。
それはまた貧血ですか？
No, that's just what he does every day.
いや、考え事をしていたらいつの間にか夜になってたというか、体の調子は悪くないし、足の方も問題ないよ。
つまり無意に時間を浪費したということですね。
More like in recovery, but alright, sure.
そんなくだらないことを堂々と口にしないでください。私は何とも思いませんが、他の人が聞けば笑い物になるだけですから。
I have no way of rebutting her merciless words, but I'm curious about something she said.
確かに自堕落に思われる発言だった。というか自堕落だった。反省している。けど、秋葉は何とも思わないってどうして？
Could it be that despite her strict demeanor, she's actually pretty lenient with her close relatives?
どうしても何も。私は党の指揮に何も期待はしていませんから。兄さんがそういう人であることは初めから承知の上です。
I wonder what that's supposed to mean, though. I see. There's certainly wisdom in that. You can't be disappointed if you're not hoping for anything. I'm truly at a loss for words.
いや ごちそうさまでした。
I wonder why he was at a loss for words like that. Technically, she insulted him, but I get, like he's like
ご
whatever.
ちそうさま。食後は習い事がありますので、私はこれで。兄さん、完成なされたのでしたら、今夜は早めに部屋に戻って勉学に励んでくださいね。
Akiha rises from her seat and leaves the dining room. It sounds like she's got violin practice tonight. How am I supposed to keep up with someone this multi-talented?
四季さん、ファイトです。秋葉様に負けないで。
Nah, we'll let her win. I don't care. Our resident mischievous housekeeper gives me some quick words of encouragement and a playful wave as she leaves the room with Akiha. Okay. After dinner, I take an early bath before returning to my room. I sit at the desk, thinking back on what Akiha said. I decide to open a textbook and make up for the time I wasted today. No matter how crazy my life became over the past couple of days, I'm still a second year in high school. I've got a mountain of work to do.
いや、山積みなんだけど。
But no matter how hard I try, I just can't concentrate. I keep thinking them in the back of my head. Unneeded visions of a woman who I should have forgotten by now.
ああ、もう今日はやめやめ。
That's enough for today. Giving up, I fall back onto the bed sheets and stare idly at the ceiling. It's okay. Tonight is the last time I'll have to deal with this. It was an intense couple of days, for better or for worse. It's not as if I could forget about it that easily. I'll need at least a day to cool down. Which is what I'm doing right now, just letting my mind wander. I pass the time in a daze, hoping to distance myself from those memories and wash away the impressions they left on me. As long as I can manage this, the things that happened will fade into the past. My eyelids grow heavy, my consciousness drifts away, and slowly but surely, darkness wraps my senses in its embrace. Thus does my peaceful day off come to an end. I lie in bed and slide into a vague slumber, as if I can convince myself it will all fade away. Nice and short day. Well, this is a little bit hard to say what to do now. If they're ending a chapter already. I mean, that was a crazy short chapter. Yeah, I guess we'll save it. Mystic Eyes of Death's Perception 1. Well, I could continue partially, but I kind of would prefer just to stop now, as funny as that is, that I just happened to get a short day on a day that I don't have much time. I don't think I'll be able to play tomorrow, though, more than likely. Maybe the day after, though, probably. So, we'll see how it turns out. But we have a little bit of time. So I'm going to actually do Fire and Blood. But first I want to just look at the beginning of the next chapter. Just the beginning. But yeah, the next time I stream, I'm going to try to do 2 days in one stream, but probably not going to happen. Just he's got a fever. Puts on his glasses. Okay, that's good. We don't need to keep going there. Okay, so here's where I'm at. The way this works is a little weird. So I did do one of these other routes. I can't like go left and right, by the way. That's what happens when I go left and right. This is just the route I'm on, so it keeps me on here. This one between here is hard to get, apparently, or harder. To be fair, I think it just has to do with this first answer. So like maybe if I pick the second answer, then I can do the other one that's to the right up here, to the right between here, and then maybe that would also unlock this one here, maybe. And then this one, I don't know. I think maybe the same thing. Maybe that part of the route would also work for that. I couldn't even unlock this one right here. Like, yeah, just like no matter what choice I make, it doesn't let me do the second one there, and it didn't let me do the third one here. This is the one where it's supposed to be a major difference, so I didn't bother, I guess. Oh no, that's right. I can't change it actually, because yeah, you have to say this is some kind of bad dream, whereas the other option is accept reality, which is not allowed right now, either because maybe I have to finish a route, or maybe possibly that could be related to another route that's in the next game that's going to come out after this, maybe? I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, didn't do this one. Yeah, I haven't checked that choice either. That's actually probably the one I would do to check what's going to happen there. The rest of the choices are... Well, the one on the right here is where I died, I think. This one, I don't know what the option is. I don't know. That one to the right there, I don't know what that does. And then the rest of the options are... not even options? Wait, what happened here? Oh no, that was the death, maybe. Yes, that was the death. that was the death route on the right side there. And then... I mean, I could check this one out on the left route. I guess that's just an alternate route. I could do that. And then this is... Again, these don't even matter. Well, no, okay. I think the one on the left doesn't matter, but the one on the right might have killed me. You know what? We can check that real quick, since it's so short. So as long as I don't save over this, it's fine. Like, my choices stay. The problem is, go back and change some of these answers, then you'd have to continue from there. Which makes sense, because like they do skip over a scene, so it's no big deal, but yeah. Wow, yeah, so many choices here. Let's see, where am I gonna check this out? You know what? Well, trying to think, like, do I want to show these ones on screen? These don't seem like they really matter. The ones that are at the very beginning. To show them on screen doesn't seem necessary. Yeah, I can't do this one. And this one seems kind of minor too. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna we'll just continue from here. Right? No, wait. Let me check some of the options in the middle of battle, since they seem like they should be short. Like that should lead to death, I think, if I don't scope out the situation. And then these two would be fast, I think, too. But I'll probably be going through it pretty quickly here. So here we go. But yeah, as long as I don't save it, it'll be fine, even though it says it's a problem. Let's go down into the middle of the fire. I can't back down knowing exactly where our enemy is. And it's not just Flav down there. Arcueid is there too, fighting with him at this very moment. I promised I'd fight at her side. It'll be alright. After all, it's not my job to fight this battle. I just need to deliver the finishing blow. Once she's got him pinned down, I'll get in and cut through his lines. But in order to do that... What, he just jumped through the fire? I skid down the rubble slope until I hit the ground at the bottom of the crater. I quickly cover my nose and mouth with my hand. It was pure reflex, a survival instinct that triggered in response to the searing atmosphere around me. I can't breathe. Sure, there's plenty of oxygen. I learned from our time at the hotel that these flames are some type of curse. They don't undergo combustion the way a real flame would. The problem is the heat. The air is so hot that taking a normal breath would roast my lungs to a crisp. Ghost vampires are before me, a perfect contrast. One clad in white and the other in his black cloak. Claw and Cleaver meet time and time again. Despite the heat, Arcueid doesn't break a sweat as she continues to press back against Claw. To me, it looks like Arcueid has the upper hand. It won't be long now until she manages to restrain him. There's just one problem. That is how long I'll last, since my body is already ablaze. Strangely enough, I don't feel any pain. Even without breathing, I've got a grasp of the situation. I grip my knife tight, waiting for the moment that I can take down Claw. Like a sprinter waiting for his signal, or an unmoving specter. I wait, and wait, and wait. My eyeballs drizzle, dry, and sizzle, smoke and turn to ashes. But still I wait, the moment never comes. And neither does the realization that I've long since burned to ashes. Yeah, no shit. Like, I was like, man, that looked like the most slam dunk obvious you're gonna fucking die moment of all time. Oh, yeah, let's see what the end here is gonna be. It's like, wow, shocking. Jumping into fire was a bad idea. I think that's what they're gonna tell you. Like, wow, how'd you not know that? Just so silly. This one is silly. This one's actually silly. It's like, you jumped in fire, huh? This is the dead end, please.
I いよいよ本格的なバトルが始まったのでつい興奮してしまって案内役のシエル教官こと私と部外者の猫でお届けする Q&A コーナー教えてシエル先生にようこそプレイによってはここが初めてのデッドエンド
Yeah, we got it,
そ
we
れ
got
く
it.
らいなんていうか自然にでも落ち着いてよく状況を確かめましょう人間は炎の中では生きられないのです
Of course. Oops.
まあ猫的にこのデッドエンドは評価するけど
If anything, I was wondering why that even was an option. Like, yeah, the fire there, you'll probably be fine if you jump through it, you know, or jump over it. It's like, really?
だって目の前で絶世の美女が戦ってるんだぜ一体誰が冷静になれようかここ家中の栗がピクニックウェルカムウェルカムウェルダンどうですかなむやみに食欲をそそりますかなマドモアゼいえ全然意味がわからないのでまあお肉は片焼き派ですけどあれそうにゃのちょっと意外フランス人なのに血の滴るステーキはダメ
She's French? What? Is this spoilers? For her to be French? Wait, you know, it's just kind of hitting me. Is she supposed to be a Jeanne d'Arc face? Though technically a Jeanne d'Arc face is also supposed to be a saber face. I wouldn't think that Ciel is a saber face. Maybe she is though. Maybe, technically.
ビーフカレーのお肉は柔らかいものが至高ですが生焼けはちょっと生理的にレアというか池作りを好むのは多分明葉さんではないでしょうかほら日本の方って生きた魚を調理して刺身にするんでしょ信じられないこと
Everybody knows that.
バッカ魚は新鮮なほど3つの 嘘だと思うにゃら今度回らない寿司おごられてやんよ。カレーとかお好きでしょオタク。
それは私も毎日同じメニューを食べているわけではありませんし、たまにはシーフードもありですね。
完全に食い違っている。まあいや、続けて夕食はその後にな。
そうですね、今は授業の最中でした。とにかく吸血鬼同士の戦いは危険ですので、
Just literally telling me to pick the only other option available.
大丈夫、遠野くんの出番はきっとあります。そのと、はい、お仕事おしまい。ではメシアに直行です。
メシア？
シーフードカレーという選択。
Oh, restaurant.
ほらに。
A little less interesting than I was hoping for. Yeah, where do I go now? Yes, I can just go to continue. Yes, I can continue. It's kind of a fast save type of thing. Wait, nope, I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought you could continue. Maybe I could continue if I just like if I did it a different way, but yeah, so wait, what the fuck? Oh, wait, what was the other option? Call out, oh yeah, and don't call out to Arcueid. Okay. So that one was a dead end on the left there. I guess we'll try this one. It'll probably be pretty quick, right? Whether it's a dead end or not. Right. It's all fire, I better not go. Yeah, I don't know why it's... Yeah, like... Come on. I'm trying to get... I don't know why it didn't skip through it. Maybe because of the weird part of where I am, maybe. Anyway, so this time I'm supposed to not yell out to her. Yeah. Continue watch fight. I can only keep watching the fight. It's hard to describe the nausea I feel as bile rises to my throat, nor the indescribably cold chill that runs past my spine. It's fine. I couldn't have made it in time anyway. Not from here. All I should do is stay here and watch quietly as the battle unfolds. That's starting to sound like I'm literally gonna do nothing, but okay. Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay. That's weird. It skipped ahead. Okay, well, whatever. We'll just go right to this one. We'll try pulling. What, pull it out of his hand? Okay, sure. Pulling. It's our only option and quite a brilliant one if I do say so myself. If he won't let us get close to him, we'll just have to bring him to us. It's not something I could pull off by myself, but as long as Arcueid still has enough power, we can do this. Ow. Ow. I quickly run for Arcueid. I hear the sharp noise of ice shattering behind me. It seems that the wind pressure she generated with her claws is accurate even at a long distance.
どうしてこっちに来ちゃったの、シキ？なんかすごく得意げな顔してるけど。
説明は後だ。いいからあれやってくれ。さっきグローブを捕まえたツタ。
We're too short on time. I shout at her while gesturing that I want her to capture him again. Lasso him. Throw a rope around him and bring him here, I guess. Arcueid might not have understood fully, but perhaps she sensed desperation in my voice. She shoots her hands towards Vlad. Okay. Let's see how this works. Oh boy, here we go. I assumed that if Arcueid could throw rubble with such velocity, she should be able to reel in Vlad just as fast. A lot faster than I can run at any rate. Okay. The only question is how well Vlad will be able to resist the pull. There's no way he'd be willing to concede the distance between us. He's sure to resist Arcueid's pull every step of the way. It's a tug of war between two vampires. The weaker one will be drawn to the other side. Then the black cloaked figure standing 50 meters away vanishes, reappearing right in front of me, faster than I could possibly react, and then punches through my face. There's no safe zone left. It wasn't that Vlav didn't want to approach us. He just didn't have the energy to do so. And here we've given him the tailwind he needed. Grrr, a massive object pierces through my chest. I cough up my final breath. I thought you were prepared for him to come toward you. Actually, not true. You can... That is really fucking stupid to say that. What are you talking about, dumbass? Have you heard of a bear trap? Bear trap. Bear steps in trap. Clamps down. You come from wherever because it's now trapped and you can just literally walk up to it and then you shoot it. That isn't... What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Also, like, it wasn't even about binding. The whole point was to bring him closer. So if anything, it's just stupid that Shiki wasn't prepared to fight him when he did come close. The hunter sounds gravely disappointed. What a disgrace. I didn't even get a chance to do anything. Yeah, you did. You just didn't do shit when you had the chance. You did have the chance. You just didn't do anything. I just jumped on the first bird brain scheme I managed to hatch. Damn it, what a fitting end for an idiot. No smarter than a stray mutt. Here's the funny part, though. The difference between that and what he ends up doing is like zero difference, really. Other than he wasn't hiding, I guess. But, like, if he was prepared when Vlav came toward him, I think he would have been able to cut him just fine, you know? I mean, Vlav would have been on guard, but, you know, again, we never actually see Vlav go faster than Shiki. It's just that Vlav is ready to attack and Shiki's like, oh, whoa, I didn't see it coming. And it's like, what? Yeah. So then you die. Yep. I never know how to voice these.
O と S のボタンを打ち続けて早20時間。こんだけ打っておけば何らかのアプリも完成すんだろ。仕事明けのコーヒーはたまらん。雰囲気だけで仕事をこなしときさえする。さて、今朝のデッドエンドはほほう、敵との正面衝突ですか。メガネ君はあれかな、異世界転生でもしたいのかな。
Trying to apply for an isekai, are we?
あの手でどうやって PC のキーボードを。そうですね。
Yeah, maybe.
自分からダンプカーを引き寄せたようなものなので、不注意による事故と言えなくもありません。ですが、それも一緒にいる吸血鬼の悪影響かと。ほら、隣にあんなショベルカーみたいなユニットがあるなら使ってみたくなるのが人情と言えるので。
どんな人情なんだよ。あとユニット言うな。ヒロインな、ヒロイン。
似たようなものでしょう。実際できたわけですし。まったく結果を考えずノリで言いなりになるとはあなたらしくない。ダメージを受けてめまいでも起こしてたんですか。
にゃ、単に式に頼られて嬉しかっただけじゃにゃい。
なるほど、馬に蹴られて死んでください。これは遠野くんに半分、アルクエイドに半分。責任が。遊んでいる暇はありません。クライマックスは目前です。次はアルクエイドと最大限離れるような決着手段を選んでみましょう。
Why?
同じ立場ならシエルもやってたと思うけどにゃ。
嫌ですね、やりませんよ。そんな筋力ありませんから。
So now we'll do the other, oh really? Huh. Well, I don't want to, well, we'll see what happens here. It's probably going to be the same thing, I suppose. Yeah, it's the same thing with day 7. back to here. Yep. So this time we're gonna throw, which sounds the same thing as taking flight, but okay. Throwing, or more accurately, turning me into a human cannibal. I think that's already what you did, but okay, we'll see. The vampire may be on guard now, but I still remain an all too deadly weapon to him. That just leaves the question of how I'll launch myself in his direction. The question was a simple answer. If my legs won't carry me there, I'll just need to depend on some outside help. This is actually exactly what I was expecting when I said take flight, because I was like, take flight or throw? Well, I don't know what you're going to throw, so take flight at least sounds more likely that it's me, you know? I quickly run for Arcueid. Arcueid does that. Yeah, we get it. What's your plan? Grouping up together like this makes us easy game for Blob. I'm well aware. No choice. Remember when you threw that rock? Throw me like that. To be precise, I want her to throw me with that. That chunk of rock she threw earlier must have been nearly 3 meters across. If she could do the same with me on it, then that would be way faster than I could run. Also, it is the exact same thing as taking flight? I get what you're saying. Yeah. That way to tie people down, right? This is actually a little more detailed than the one that I chose. She hesitates. It's her own plan. I'll have her tie me to the piece of rubble big enough to hide behind and throw me towards Blob. This is weird because he's being so detailed here, but then in the option that I chose, it's the exact same thing, but he didn't actually explain the whole plan. Of course, he'll strike me down whatever is thrown his way, which is why Arcueid will hurl 3 boulders. What is going on right now? He's being so detailed with this part, whereas take flight was the exact same thing, and we got 0 information like this. First one will fly for Blob. The next will miss him and aim for his rear. And the last will target Blob once more. I'll hide behind the second, the one that'll skirt around him. Then just before it hits the ground, I'll cut through the lines on its surface and appear behind Blob in under 2 seconds flat. Under 2 seconds. Sure about this? Same thing. Well, I guess the problem here is that he's talking about getting away with this unscathed, but like the option I picked, he was like, I'm definitely gonna get hurt, but we should still win. Icicles only grow in intensity. We don't have any more time. Alright. We get it. We get behind Arcueid. There, I find a nice large piece of debris to hide behind. I press my hands and feet against the rock as if I were doing a push-up. Okay. Green ivies tie me to the stone. Vines wrap around him. His hand is free a little. 50 meters going off last time. Well, 4 seconds. Stones fly through the air, must weigh at least a ton. 3 more seconds as if stubbornly defying all laws of air resistance. The first piece soars directly to Blob's head. Before it can find its target, the rock is caught by the lance and splintered into pieces. But that's not to say it was completely ineffective. Some of the fragments hit his body. Damage they cause might not be significant, but it'll be enough to briefly draw his attention. Capitalizing on the moment, my rock sails past his right side. I dismantle the rock. Immediately become inert. It immediately becomes inert? Really? That's how that works? He kills momentum on the things that he cuts? Ignoring all out, yeah, like what? My limbs are free to move now. They find purchase on land as I stick to the ground like a lizard does a wall. I feel like more than likely Blob is just gonna let the other rock just fly by him and right into Shiki. In that instant, both my body and my blood begin to freeze. I can see his back now. Just 4 meters. It'll be tight, but not impossible. Blob shatters Arcueid's 3rd boulder. 1 second down, 1 meter to go. Just 2 more steps, and I'll be within stabbing range of the lines that will end his life. But it's impossible for a human to take those final 2 steps. Why? I can't scream, nor can I feel any pain. I'm frozen from head to toe. Did he realize I was coming, or was it simply out of reflex? Countless thorns of ice spring up around Vlav to intercept my advance. He sounds disappointed. Safe. Right, safe. I was too concerned over finding a way to stay alive. Arcueid was worried. I mean, I was actually concerned that throwing my body was actually going to kill me, but alright. Yeah, safe. Sure, I guess. Arcueid was worried about my safety, and because of that, she threw my rock just a little bit slower than the other two. Oh, okay. I'm such an idiot. I really fucked up. You can't even call it a surprise attack when it's so transparent. Luckily, I don't have to wait till bleed to death. Between Vlav's cowl of cold and my own bitter disappointment, my heart has already stopped beating. Well, at least I picked the correct option on my first try. Sheesh. Was not expecting it to be... That's a really stupid death. Like, they don't even have a good explanation. Because the difference between this death and the correct answer is, like, nothing. Like, I'm offended and I even picked the right answer. That's so stupid. Okay, what are they going to say that I did wrong? Where'd I put it? Where'd I even need it in the first place? Pretty sure I pulse bought it somewhere a while back. Even bought 3. Throw out anything. Well, see, that's my problem. Like, that was more what I would have expected, but that's not what happened. Because what actually happened was what the correct answer was. Right. Couldn't overcome X and Y axis issue? All 3 of these plans look difficult. None of them really seem any more doable than the others. Jump out to you! The battle with Vlav is approaching its climax, and get the high ground! So yeah, they're just not even telling you that. They're basically telling you, yeah, you didn't actually do anything wrong, just pick the other option. You didn't do anything wrong, whoops, whoopsie daisy. We were just being stupid. Okay, so is there anything else that we could look at? I think all the stuff here is not going to matter too much. It just seems really boring to do on stream. Yeah, especially this one, like, oh my gosh. I can't imagine those other 2 options being interesting at all. Like, that's why I didn't pick them. It's like, you know what? This could actually affect things. But also, it doesn't seem particularly interesting anyway. So yeah, what was that other option there? So I could see what happens. I think if I don't pick this one, then, like, she'll kill me. Or maybe I'd go downstairs and then immediately run into Vlav and be set on fire or something. We'll try this one first, though. Well, should we? Yeah, we'll try this one first. Yeah. Wait, yeah. Let's see. So what's the option exactly? 10 people, I guess. Was there any difference there? Wait, where am I? Wait, yeah, this is where it doesn't matter, because then I die. Because, yeah, so... Okay, let me try this again. Huh. Because the first time I picked 1,000 people. 100? Why would that matter? No, it's the same thing. Wait, what? Maybe it's just like a big open spot. Like, you picked one, but didn't really matter. Weirdly. Okay, I guess. Alrighty then. There's nothing else here, really. Yeah, okay, we'll just pick this one. I think this will be the last little extra thing we do here. Time to go! Let's see if I die. I still can't shake my desire to live in the normal world. I feel a sense of responsibility for killing Arcueid, of course, but that doesn't mean I have to accept every restriction she imposes on me. She's still sleeping peacefully, utterly at ease in the presence of the person who murdered her. I just don't understand what she sees in me. There's no reason for me to be here. What do I have to offer? If I'm ever going to go back to my everyday life, now is the time. Although, I mean, technically if I leave, it shouldn't be nighttime. So, I shouldn't run into the vampire, into Vlav. Hallway is as quiet as the grave. Arcueid has booked out the entire floor, so the two of us are the only ones here. Lingering doubts swirl in my mind. Shake them off and press the elevator button. Okay. Take the train back into town. Just past noon, yeah. I could head to school, although I wouldn't get there until 5th period if I'm lucky. Or I could go home, crawl into bed, and forget any of this ever happened. See, he doesn't mention anything about Arcueid. About Akiha being mad at him or anything. But I can't summon the will to go back to the mansion. I decided to go to the park and clear my mind a little. Okay. Such a random decision, but alright. Where are we going with this one? I heave an exhausted sigh. I sit down on the bench and stare aimlessly at the sky. It's gray as far as the eye can see. You know, if I pick this option, this is not the direction I would expect it to go. Like, what the heck is happening? The leaden clouds reflect my own inner landscape. I wonder if she's still sleeping, never doubting that I'll be there when she wakes up. I murdered her, and yet she forgave me. She forgave me. So what am I doing here, sitting on a park bench, staring up at nothing? But at the end of the day, I don't want to die. No matter how strongly I might feel in the moment, that's a barrier I can never overcome. Your power is yours, and yours alone. But that's why you mustn't forget. Master's words from long ago spring unbidden to my mind. What exactly did she tell me again? If you use your power, choose when to do it carefully. I still have time. The sun hasn't sunk below the horizon. If I can get back to the hotel before it sets, I can start over. I can't rid myself of these doubts. In the end, I decide to... What the heck is happening? Okay. Well, if I go back to the hotel, it doesn't just go back to just typical stuff. We'll go back to the mansion. I've got to prioritize my own life. I recall yesterday's bloodbath. Back when the air was rich with the smell of death and blood. I don't want to see such a scene ever again, but if I stick around Arcueid, it's all but inevitable that I'll be exposed to that kind of thing again. If I don't want that to happen, I should return to the safety of the mansion. There's just one big flaw in my decision. I'm well aware of what it is. I'm even conscious that this is wrong of me as a person. Right, yeah. They're just like, they're saying like, this is literally not what this character is. But it's weird because like, yes, I have noticed that that's true, but then why give me the decision in the first place? Give me decisions that he would choose, not just what the player would choose. I'm not running away. That's what I keep telling myself as I head on home. I still think he'll just die as he reaches the mansion. Night will fall and all this weird stuff will be resolved somewhere far away from me. Oh, they're gonna be the little girl? Yeah, I don't know who she is, but I kind of felt she might show up. I don't know. I mean, she's clearly connected to CL. Okay, I shouldn't say that. Okay, so I did run into her in one of the other routes. Like, at the beginning of the game, she's in the train when you first meet CL. And I think she's in one other part. But, like, she doesn't do anything special. But, like, clearly she's connected to CL somehow. She calls out behind me. It's a girl I think I've never seen before, yet she somehow strikes me as oddly familiar. I wager she's a middle schooler, but she's not wearing a uniform. Looks like I'm not the only one skipping school today.
情けないって何が？
顔粘土みたいな色してます。人って死ぬ時はそういう顔するんですよね。
She's trying to crack a joke. It's not a very good one. Can't even grace her response with a laugh. But the girl doesn't look at all fazed by my silent consternation.
冗談じゃなくて今のは経験談です。知り合いのじいちゃん、そんな顔色から3時間もしたら呼吸止まっちゃって。
Maybe the idea is supposed to be like he's going so counter to his personality that he'll just freaking get a heart attack. The girl doesn't get any closer than this. She neatly observes from a meter of distance between the two of us. A meter is very close, but okay.
救急車呼びます。なら携帯貸してください。私のは使いたくないんで。
I don't want to use mine.
Oh.
I let out a sigh of relief at about now, though I hadn't noticed. But as I'm suddenly brought back into normality, I start feeling better and my breathing
いや
stabilizes.
大丈夫。ちょっとした貧血だからすぐ収まる。でも声をかけてくれてありがとう。助かった。
そうっすか。じゃあ私はこれで。体調ずっと悪いんですか？
The girl looked like she was ready to leave, but then she followed up with a strange question.
まあ生まれつきかな。子供の頃から少し運動するとめまいがするんだ。
Where are we going with this?
じゃあ犬とかダメですね。遊びに付き合ってあげられないし。
Okay.
いや散歩くらいは問題ないけど。
It's not like I have any particular desire to own a dog, but the assertion that I couldn't fills me with sadness.
散歩とか。顔色まだ悪いですよ。早く家に帰ってお休みすることをお勧めします。
I was thinking that this might be like an indication of going the CL route. The girl leaves.
あれ
For whatever reason, when I watched her leave, I got the impression that she was actually in poorer health than I am. Whoa, okay. He's coming back at night, alright. Ultimately, I took some more time to rest up in the park before heading home. With the sun nowhere to be found, the streets are already shrouded in darkness. It's already about after 7 o'clock. Like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I was like, well, if he gets back to the mansion, then I have no idea where we're going with this. And then, of course, he has to waste so much time that who knows how he's going to die here. Maybe Arcueid will show up. Maybe Vlav will show up. Who knows? The gates to the mansion will close at 8. I should hurry if I don't want to receive a scolding from Akiha, I guess. As usual, there's no one on the road surrounding the mansion. The sun has only just set, but it's so quiet you'd think it was well past midnight.
そういえばここって。
This is where I went that night when the dog was keeping me awake. Oh, great. A lump of blackened meat drops down in front of my eyes. Okay. My blood runs cold. Why are they here? Flitters through my mind. Isn't it obvious? Follows at its heels. Arcueid wasn't the only one they saw back in the alley. There was a human with her too, me. I tried so hard to ignore the obvious truths. Instinct finally catches up and I reach for my knife. I back away, keeping my eyes on the dead that have emerged from the forest at the edge of the road. What are they implying? Like, how the heck would they ever have found him? Then... Okay, then Vlav just shows up? Maybe? I mean, it's weird though, these aren't blue flames though. That's strange, suddenly everything around me turns red. Bright red, they're screaming. It sounds like it's coming from somewhere nearby. My body jerks and writhes with pain, like a wound up spring set loose. I keep twitching and squirming. My consciousness, my body, my vision, my world. All of it flashes in and out of view like an ambulance's emergency lights. I have no idea what's happening right now. I'm screaming. It's like the sound is coming from my own mouth. I drop on the ground with a thud. Can't move my limbs. They're not in any state to be moved. All that reminds is the pain that tears through my eyeballs. I can't even tell who's... Maybe it is Bluff. Worthless. Unfit even to be a guard dog. Weird. Why would he say that? A low voice sounds muffled. Pools of grease make popping noises on the heated asphalt. Yet even until his final moments, Shiki never realized the sound came from his own oozing filth. So yeah, I mean, it feels weird because, like, again, what would happen if he had actually gone to the mansion before nighttime? Like, I'm really wondering. Heck, how did they even find him, you know? Yeah, very odd. Wow, this is segment 1? Is this actually the first time you can die? I guess, yeah, I guess, technically? I mean, technically? Wow, wow. This is the official first time? Official first time.
こんにちは。突然のデッドエンド驚かれましたか？
No.
迷える遠野くんを正しいエンディングまで導く救済コーナー。教えて、シエル先生にようこそ。教官のシエルです。
マジかよ。タイトルじゃ先生なのに教官とは。まあそういう細かいところはどうでもいいという精神は私を見てもらえばわかると。こんにちは。バッドエンド界のソムリエクイーン。セクシーすぎて本編で気になった猫アルクです。こういう大人のコーナーは初めてかい。まあ第1回だから初めてだろうけど落ち着けよ。
こちらの生き物は無視してもらって構いません。基本私の発言だけ教訓としていただければ。では今回の死因の検証ですが、
早速燃えてますなメガネ君。道端でヒューマントーチはロックすぎにゃい。なんでこんなことになってんだシエル。この街道に地雷でも埋まってんの？
それはもちろん目撃されたのに一人で出歩いてしまったからですね。あんな能天気な吸血鬼と一緒の部屋にいられるか。俺は実家に帰らせてもらうという気持ちは痛いほどわかりますが、ここはぐっと我慢の子。巻き込まれてしまったとはいえ遠野くんはもう関係者なのです。
That's not true.
当面の敵吸血鬼を何とかするまでお家に帰ってはいけません。
Like, that's weird that this is necessary.
一旦外に出てもまだ最後のチャンスがあったでしょ。
What? Did I? I don't think so. I looked at every other possibility and no, there was no other chance.
そのあたりでホテルに戻ってしまうのがよろしいかと。
Oh, that chance. They're talking about that chance. Oh, when I left the hotel and then said, "Are you sure?" kind of thing.
でも途中で逃げたのに戻るとかヒロインの好感度が下がってたら恥ずかしいし。
バンバン下げましょう。むしろ全編塩対応でお願いします。
Oh, that's interesting. Saying keep playing hard to get.
だってこの吸血鬼恐ろしいことに遠野くんが何言っても好感度下がりませんからね。
That's a weird spoiler. That's technically a spoiler to say that.
そんなことないと思うけどにゃ。
Okay,
怒るときは怒るよ。でもほら怒鳴ってる時の必死な感じがたまんないっていうか。
ほら見なさい。恋愛脳の自覚ないんですか？同じヒロインでも最後までクールに振る舞い仕事に生きるヒロインを見習ってほしいものです。え
Wait, what did she say? Wish some of us would take our work as heroines a bit more seriously and start acting like adults. This pod's got some kind of nerve. Did I say something strange? Arcueid mutters to herself as she... No, sorry. Did I say something strange? Oh gosh, she might be serious. The only thing I can think of is the fact that she called herself a heroine is like, huh? What are you talking about? Type of thing. Maybe. Skip the day 7 part. Let me see. Well, I'll do that one that's right there. Or I should say the one that's right here. I'll do that off screen. I mean, it'd probably just have a few extra lines of like, oh, you left, huh? But at least you came back or something. Is there any other one that would be interesting to watch? All the other ones are a little too tricky, since I think I have to start back from the beginning. Pick this middle option here, and then maybe that unlocks the rest of these, because notice that 2 of these are related to CL right there, and then this one might be related to CL, or at least it's related to this teacher, I guess. I mean, this one's also related to CL. That's why it's like, maybe these are all related to CL technically. Except for this one. This one's just something else. Maybe you have to like learn about his secret, the past that he forgot about, maybe, before you're allowed to do that. But otherwise, I'm pretty well caught up, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I can go back over this, but like this stuff seems pretty dry with what happened on day 6. So yeah, today is Monday. Let me double check. Yeah, today's Monday. Tuesday I'm gonna be busy, and Wednesday is when I'd be able to play. I guess that's what'll have to happen. I am like looking into playing a few other games, but I really should probably just prioritize this one at least until this weekend or something like that. So we'll see how it turns out. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hopefully it'll be a 5-hour stream, but yeah, we'll see. Who knows? See ya.